Coffee.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. And when last we left off, we finally managed to get the cup of coffee that Beeman wants, only to watch as Edna drank it when I used the coffee rather than picked it up. I'm going to have to keep in mind that we have to be very particular with what interactions we use on that cup of coffee. I couldn't find a way in this room to get the coin back, though I imagine there is a way somewhere in the game. I doubt the game would put me in a no-win situation. Despite that, I decided to load the game to a point where I had the coin and the coffee cup, and now we're back here. And I'm going to pick it up rather than make the mistake I did before. To use the various items in my inventory on it, I'm going to have to do that in that order, rather than using the cup on everything else. Don't want to make it disappear after all. Harvey, what do you make of this?
Harvey doesn't need any coffee. He's completely cuckoo.
That is the same as the interaction that Harvey had with the coffee in the break room. I imagine a lot of this dialogue is going to be a combination of things from that coffee pot and the interactions that we get from Miss Being a Cup with Beware of Frank written on it. But there may be something new, and that's what we're going to find out.
I prefer my coffee without a mallet if you don't mind.
Really? I'm the total opposite.
You don't drink any coffee.
But surely it tastes better after giving it a lump or two.
I think we've heard that one before, but I wanted to let that one play out just in case it was a little bit different from us having a cup of coffee rather than the coffee pot.
Ooh, there's already some beware.
And we've had that one before because it's a cup with some writing on it. What about the comic book?
In this panel, we see Captain Useless sending Handy Boy off to make some coffee.
Hopefully that coffee machine is not far away. Pot holder?
If someone asks me in the future, how did it affect your life when you combined the pot holders and the coffee back then? I will give him the
We've heard that one before. What about the mustard with the coffee?
You can eat mustard with virtually anything. Coffee with mustard. Yum.
That is going to be a very interesting cup of coffee we're going to be giving Beeman. I hope he likes his coffee with ketchup and mustard.
You can eat ketchup with virtually anything. Coffee and ketchup. Yum.
What about using the police badge? Clearly, this is no longer classified as coffee, and thus it is masquerading as such, which is against the law.
No thanks.
I think we've heard that one before. We can't use the cornflakes on this. What about this cup with the coffee cup?
I'd rather keep the coffee in the less filthy cup.
Makes sense. What about putting it in this pot?
This is a regular coffee cup. The other is a coffee cup for programmers.
I see what you did there, game. Very clever. Key?
That's not a proper place to keep a key. Someone could drink it by accident.
I'd like to see someone try and drink that key by accident. It'd either have to be a very small key, or that person has a really huge mouth. Fork?
We could pinch a couple of holes in the cup.
Come on. All the good coffee would spill out.
Oh yes, I see what you mean.
Leaving all the bad coffee? What about the knife?
Come on. All the good coffee would spill out.
That it would. What about the menu?
Coffee's not on the menu.
And you got some, nevertheless. The pinking shears will likely destroy the cup. We won't be able to do anything with them, but we're still going to try.
What's the big idea? All the coffee would leak out.
That it would. Form?
Don't put the cup on the form. There'll be ring stains.
Too late.
Too late indeed. We cannot undo what we have wrought. This is probably going to be the same as when we tried without it having coffee in it.
Someone's already immortalized himself on it.
That they have. What about the bean dip? Oh my, I don't want to mix the bean dip with the coffee, but we may end up doing so anyway.
Why? To be alert enough to be able to run to the bathroom?
It would be an interesting combination, and I don't think Beeman would appreciate it. I doubt Beeman's going to appreciate this either.
Great! I could collect my toenails in this.
I like that there's a blub rather than the click sound that typically comes when she uses a toenail on things. Speaking of toenails, we need another one. And maybe we can put some chips in here.
Why aren't there any chips with coffee flavor?
Ooh, coffee chips.
You know, there probably are. There's probably a flavour of crisps for practically anything you can think of. And finally, phone.
We have a cup of coffee and we have a telephone.
Yippee! Let's start a computer game company.
I mean, you could. A successful computer game company needs a little more than coffee and a telephone. Just a little. Now let's go back to this room and see about getting rid of Peter. But first, let's actually save the game. I have this save here just in case we manage to lose the coffee somehow while I was using it on the various inventory items. We didn't. And this save is for just in case I lose it by offering it to Peter. I doubt he's going to want it, but it's worth a try.
Have I told you that I can tell fortunes out of coffee grounds?
Is there anything about me in there?
Let's see.
Well, what do you see?
Black. It's all pitch black. Not even a trace of a light at the end of the tunnel. All hopelessly black.
Why did I get the feeling it was going to be something bleak like that? You know what? You could do with something to eat, Peter. Would you like some bean dip?
I've got something for you. This will get you back on your feet in no time.
I doubt that.
Well, she was right, it did get you on your feet, and you are now gone. Unfortunately, so is the bean dip. So long, bean dip, you were useful, but your usefulness has run out. This means we can now use the light switch. And everywhere is so much brighter now. We can see all the grime, all the dirt, all the gunk. Maybe we should turn the light back off. Nah, we should probably keep it on. It's probably useful for the bladder puzzle. Now we have the barkeep's undivided attention, which means we can order something.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
Oh, we have lots of things we can ask for. All the things that we put on the menu. We're going to ask for this last. It's probably the thing that we actually need. We'll start with the obvious joke.
A grog, please.
We don't serve that anymore.
What happened?
Funny story. There was this guy who found out the stuff eats through metal. He used it to melt the bars of the railings out front.
Sounds like he was quite the daring adventurer.
Yeah, kind of a nice guy. Of course, he was completely nuts like everybody else in here. Wanted to become a pirate or something. Too bad about him.
Why? Did he escape?
I'm afraid not. Dr. Marcel broke both his shins. Then he locked him up in a cell where he starved miserably.
Oh.
I played that game. I don't think that's how that ended. Just saying, I think you might have that story a little bit wrong, but who knows? Maybe that's what actually happened and all those games were a lie.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
It'll be coffee.
A coffee, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? Let me see. We have a little joker here. That's not my handwriting. You've written that yourself. Admit it.
I did. That's true. I did. We're not going to get many of these choices through, are we? But we'll try.
Barkeep, one drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
What about this?
A biggity-buggity-boo, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? Let me see. That's not... You've written that...
That's not my handwriting. This does make me think. What about if I use the counterfeit signature on the cocktail menu? Could we learn your handwriting?
Yes, I think I can learn the barkeeper's handwriting. He's a bit dyslexic, it seems. He even writes stinky drink with 3 X's.
maybe it actually has 3 X's. We have 2 of these now. We have the barkeep signature. Oh, we could have a lot of fun with this. But let's use it on the obvious thing, the cocktail menu.
What shall I write?
We shall write this.
XXX. Okay.
That's probably what we need to solve a puzzle. Now, let's use it on everything else, like the toenail.
No, this is my toenail.
But it could be his toenail if you put that signature on.
Someone's already immortal.
That's the same. What about with the phone?
I can't send signatures as instant messages from this phone.
It has a polyphonic ringtone, though.
That it does. I think this is all going to be the same as if we use the other signature with all these items, so I'm going to stop there. But I am going to try and order more things.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
We have a new one, 1XXX please, which could be useful. We'll ask for a walkthrough though.
1 walkthrough, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course.
What? We have a little... You've written that...
Ah well, we tried to get a walkthrough folks, but you heard it. It's not on the menu, therefore it doesn't exist. Don't try looking for one. They're not real.
Barkeep,
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
We're going to ask for an Edna surprise now.
1 Edna surprise, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is.
What? We have a... That's not... You've written that...
Ah well, we tried. Let's ask for the water.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
Surely you'll have water.
A glass of water, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course.
What? We have a... That's... You've written...
You don't even have water. What kind of establishment is this? Alright, an establishment that pretty much only serves stinky drink. With 3 X's.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
We have one more silly option to try first, and that is the Dr. Marcel Paradise cocktail with an umbrella. I'm sure he'll have this. I'm pretty confident.
1 Dr. Marcel Paradise cocktail with an umbrella, please.
It's not on the menu.
Of course it is. Bright and clear.
What? We have a... That's... You've written...
Okay, that one didn't work.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
This'll work, though.
A stinky drink, please.
1 stinky drink coming up.
That's cute. With a little umbrella. But what's that funky smell? Did somebody die suddenly?
I don't think you want to examine this drink too closely. Ugh, kind of looks horrible. We also got a straw, though! Oh man, 2 inventory items for the price of 1! It's the best day ever. It's like Christmas! Only we got something terrible in a cup.
Barkeep, 1 drink, please.
Of course, my dear. What will it be?
What about this?
1 XXX, please.
It's not on the menu. What? Let me see. You're right. What came over me? I don't even have the ingredients for that. Where the hell am I supposed to muster up minced meat? If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the basement and fetch my rifle.
Did you actually go to the basement, or did you just crouch down behind the counter? Either way, you know what this means, folks. We can grab the spoon. It's ours now. Oh man, our inventory is so full of things. We have so many things we can use on things. And I'm gonna wait on actually drinking the stinky drink. First, let's look at our new prizes, starting with the straw.
Strawbert Strawson looks like a red striped Savannah giraffe. Don't you think so too, children?
Hooray!
Strawbert Strawson? Welcome to the inventory, Strawbert Strawson. You'll like it here. It's quite cluttered, but you'll make friends pretty quickly. What about the stinky drink?
A collective insult to all senses alike.
I can imagine. And the shovel.
This shovel is exactly the right size to eat ice cream with.
I wonder how much ice cream you eat, Edna. Let's talk to Straw.
Strawbert Strawson, what have you done to your neck? Good grief! The whole accordion?
The whole accordion? Oh no! Hopefully you get well soon. Against my better judgment, let's talk to Stinky Drink.
Shame on you.
Why? What did I do?
You started to exist.
Phew. Yes, I am a bit piggy.
Let's finally talk to the shovel.
This is supposed to be a spoon?
The best in the whole tool shed.
I don't typically store my spoons in the tool shed. Let's start using items on the straw first. There are plenty of things that we can glean from Straw but Strawson.
Does this straw remind you of anything, Harvey?
You were a master of the spitball back in the day. You always used to pelt Alfred with them.
Cool. We'll have to tempomorph to the past.
No, Edna.
No?
You can't abuse my supernatural powers for your pleasure.
Aw, come on.
With great power comes great responsibility, Edna.
You stole that from somebody else, Harvey. And I'm with Edna on this one. It's time to tempomorph to figure out how to fire those spitballs. Tempomorph! 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 Tempo... You're not listening, are you? Nope, you're staring at that wall and wondering how you can set it on fire or doodle on it. Ah, well, it was worth a try. Polo mallet?
No, don't do it. I still need to pick the leftover food from between my teeth.
Yuck, Harvey. I think it's disgusting to use the straw for that.
I didn't mean the straw. I'm talking about the mallet.
Those must be some pretty big chunks of food. Pen?
I've drawn another stripe. I hope nobody'll notice.
You're the queen of the underworld, Edna.
You rebel, you. Your mayhem knows no bounds. Comic book?
You can't get a straw in between places that Captain Useless has dealt with.
Oh? Why not? Potholder?
If you have an answer to the question why I am doing this, you're lucky, because you have something that I'll never have.
That and the first pair of drinking straw potholders in the world.
I'll be rich beyond my wildest dreams! Because I have the straw potholders, not because I actually know why I'm combining them. That will forever remain a mystery. Mustard?
Yummy.
Drunk from the straw. Not a very efficient method, but very silly.
Yummy.
And different versions of yummy for using the different items. I like it.
The law is like a drinking straw. Flexible, hollow, and with stripes.
That's an interesting comparison. We'll use the straw with the cornflakes.
I could suck crumbs with a straw at most.
That you could! Those delicious, delicious crumbs. Now I'm going to save before I use the cup, because who knows what could happen. In fact, I know what's probably going to happen. It's probably going to just disappear into oblivion. That's what the paper cup tends to do. Use anything on it and it's gone! Either it's folded in on itself or collapsed into non-existence, or it's just exploded into flames. It just tends to do that. Alright. Cup, straw. It seems like a combination that was made for each other, but you never know.
There's no water in it.
That there isn't, and we can't get water in it either.
There's nothing I could slurp in the pot.
We'd need to find some water. Not bean dip, though. We saw what happens if people taste the bean dip. I mean, he'd only eaten it a few seconds ago.
Key and straw? Isn't there anything else I could try?
That there is! We could try fork with straw.
No one eats straws with a fork.
Maybe high society cows.
Do such things exist? Who knows? What about the knife with the straw?
I'll saw off the end of the straw. That'll make the spitballs even faster.
Watch it. Think of the debate about violence in computer games.
I don't think Edna cared. I think we very slightly changed it. Very slightly. Menu with straw.
Strange. The straw wasn't even on the menu.
You got it, nevertheless. Cheers.
I'll start by expanding the opening. Whoopsie daisy. Well, this almost went wrong.
Almost? What have you done? Oh, it looks pretty much unchanged. That's a relief. Strawbird Strawson is still intact. Mostly.
I don't need therapy. I'll use the blank form as ammunition for my spitball blowpipe.
Exactly! We spit at the feet of therapy. And after that, we'll spit at each other. And we'll spit into our spittle, and then we'll lick it all up again. What's wrong? Why are you hesitating?
I think I'd rather keep the blank form.
Yeah, if that was the alternative to keeping the form, I'd keep it too. Can we sign it?
There's not enough room to sign it.
You're just not signing it small enough. We can do it. What about the toenail?
Toenail projectile spitting!
Marvelous. Is the toenail gone? The toenail is gone, of course. What about this with... Ooh, that's an interesting combination. Do I want to try it? I'm going to try it.
Ouch! Hot!
That it is. We've still got it, and that's good. Straw with phone?
Why aren't there any telephone receivers with cup holders?
That's a good question.
I could suck crumbs with a straw.
That you could. What about... Do I want to do that? Probably not right now.
I have a shovel and a drinking straw with a hinge.
Great! So nothing stands between you and a career as an investment consultant.
Yippee! What exactly is it that an investment consultant does?
I'm sure we'll find out at some point. Just start digging.
We're probably not going to find out at some point if that's the line of logic we're going to use. Harvey, what do you think of the shovel?
Harvey is a treasure I would never bury.
Not even if a pirate's curse had been laid upon me?
Well, yes. In that case, yes.
Yippee!
I don't know why you're so happy about that. You're probably happy about getting the curse.
It's too early to bury the hatchet.
I see what you did there. Very clever game.
I wonder if you find treasures everywhere. If you draw an X directly onto the blade of the shovel.
Yes, you do, Edna. That's how that works. That's how people get rich. They just draw an X on a shovel, and then they start digging up gold, platinum, oil, diamonds, ancient relics, and everything else. You've figured them out, Edna. You've revealed the conspiracy. Well done. Alternatively, that could be complete rubbish. There's only one way to find out.
In this panel, we see Captain Useless digging a third channel tunnel.
A third?
Find the mistake in the following sentence. I'm digging a hole with a shovel and a pair of pot holders.
I know! If it already is a hole, you don't really have to dig it.
Just a second. Why am I the one who's doing the digging? You might as well lend a hand here.
Hey, you're the one with the pot holders.
I don't think Harvey would help you even if you asked. He'd be more content to just watch you do the work.
Once I'm out of here, the first thing I'll do is plant a mustard tree.
A good plan. And I accidentally clicked so that Edna is right by the screen again. What about ketchup with... Actually, I can't do that while you're so close to the screen. Let's try that again. We need to use ketchup, there we go, with shovel.
After I'm out of here, the first thing I'll do is plant a ketchup tree.
Sure. Good luck with that. It's probably not going to work out how you want it to.
I should definitely check the identity of this ominous Mr. Spoon.
That you should. Can we use it to eat the cornflakes?
Strange. The opening in the box is too small for the spoon.
Seems like they skimp and save wherever they can.
Clearly you need to make the opening bigger. Cup with shovel?
There's nothing to spoon up in there.
That's true. What about the pot?
There's nothing in there I could stir. Yet.
Yet, eh?
I guess I could bury the key, but I like keys.
Keys are useful. You use keys to open doors.
If the shovel is a spoon, I don't want to see the corresponding fork.
Let alone eat with it.
That's called a pitchfork, Edna.
Knife and spoon.
Aren't of the same branch, though.
That writing should have been green, and your mouth shouldn't have moved, Edna. That was a mistake.
The shovel is not on the menu. I got one nonetheless.
The world is a supermarket, and the cashier can't count.
which means you can get everything for negative money. That's how that works, right? Don't actually try that.
Why aren't there any pinking shovels?
A good question. We'll probably never find out the answer.
I don't need therapy. I'll just bury the blank form.
Right! And after that, we'll dig up a few graves. And then we'll dance on their bones and throw around their skulls. What's wrong? Why are you hesitating?
I think I'd rather keep the blank form.
Sometimes you go just a bit too far, don't you, Harvey? Yes, you do. You've no need to answer that.
Too bad. I can't write on it.
You're just not trying hard enough. What about this cup with the shovel? You don't know what to do, apparently. We've seen that a few times. Quite recently, actually.
Tell me something about the past, Harvey.
They didn't have cell phones back then. People communicated through shovels.
And if they needed a new ringtone?
They had to dig one up from the garden themselves.
Ha! Those hillbillies.
Yep, that seems entirely accurate. That's what I learned at school. It wasn't what I learned at school. And there's that again. Finally...
You can eat toenails with your fingers. Huh? What was that sound?
Sounded like Miss Manners rolling in her grave.
Oh man, that was worth doing just for that bit of dialogue. Marvellous. Finally, the stinky drink. Can we use Harvey with the stinky drink?
Do you want a sip?
Women and children first.
Which means you're never going to try it. Fair enough.
The mallet doesn't want to drink that.
Because it doesn't have a mouth?
No, because it stinks.
It's kind of in the name. What with it being stinky drink?
Yeah. What's missing here are the directions for use and all the side effects.
You'd need a very big cup or a lot of paper.
When Captain Useless drinks alcohol, he can shoot cotton balls from his pupils.
That is a strange superpower.
They are good potholders. They deserve better than this stinky drink.
Almost everything deserves better than a stinky drink.
This doesn't make it any better.
Oh no! Is this the first thing we've ever found that hasn't been improved with copious amounts of ketchup and mustard?
This doesn't make it any better.
It is! This thing truly is a peculiarity, and I don't think we can use these together because we'll probably drink the stinky drink. I'm wary of using the, oh, move too close again. That does tend to happen if you click just a little bit away from these, boxes. We're gonna try and use the cup with the stinky drink.
I don't want to repot the stinky drink. It doesn't even qualify for compost.
Fortunately, we did not lose our cup. And that again. We've seen that quite a few times, just in this video alone.
I'd rather not. The key could melt.
That it could. This thing truly is of something.
I will certainly not poke around in it now. There are lumps in this drink that even angels would be disgusted by. Every sewage plant on the planet would be busy for months.
Months? Wow.
Stinky drink. Try it cold on rye.
Or don't. That seems like the more sensible option.
I'll register a complaint. It said from freshly mashed apples on the menu. And I don't see any apples.
You have to read more carefully. It says from freshly trashed apples.
Whoa, you're right.
Ugh. This stinky drink is sounding worse all the time.
I'd rather not. I don't want the pinking shears to get cavities. Or scurvy.
Or just disintegrate.
If I were to drink this, I'd really be crazy.
We're probably gonna have to drink it, aren't we? Can we sign it?
I can't hold Dr. Marcel accountable for that.
Are you sure? We're gonna wait on using the straw.
This drink bears the handwriting of the barkeeper.
That it does. What about the coffee?
I'd rather not. I haven't seen a single fire extinguisher in the whole building.
That's true, we haven't.
Hello? Is this pest control?
No, this is the Statistical Control Bureau. Telephone department.
Oh, I must have the wrong number then.
Yes, That happens every 13.714 call.
Oh well, worth a try.
No, culinarily speaking, all love's lost on this one.
I'm not surprised. What about the toenail?
This won't make a difference.
That was a very weird sound, and also, that lingered for quite a while. Maybe we were watching the toenail slowly dissolve.
Stirring won't help. The grease drops hit you no matter where you stand.
Nothing's going to help. Also, we now just have a barrel that we can do stuff with. Can we pick it up?
I'd rather not. I like the tips of my fingers where they are.
Good plan. And when we come back, folks, we're probably gonna have to drink the stinky drink. And I'm not looking forward to that. I'm really not looking forward to that. At all. At least we'll be able to see exactly what we're drinking because the lights are on, and that actually makes the whole prospect of drinking it even worse. Oh, Edna, I do not envy your situation right now, for you're gonna have to drink that. I'm sorry. And I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.